That means we are done. Or are we? It seems there are new guards here.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Kyra Sterling, one of the guards who met us at the docks.
You have me at a disadvantage, miss.
Oh, now you're gonna show some respect? I'm Sergeant Kyra Sterling, Ilanis Risk Control Services. Annaleus would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
What a load of crap. You're here off-duty, breaking the law for bribe money.
I have a mission to complete. I did what I had to.
I don't care.
And we got to fight these guys.
You
Oh,
must die!
that is a biotic
You must
talent.
die.
Okay, this is a bit chaotic.
Destroy you.
And we leveled up. There's still one guy left. I think he's downstairs. Can't really see him from here, though. Let's head down the stairs. That worked. Let's see. Kind of want to improve my decryption, which also unlocks hacking. And electronics. Wait. Need to upgrade the others. Give her an extra point in first aid. Liara. Singularity. Which is one of her more useful talents. Wait, need to go to the elevator. Which is this way. Let's head down and bring the evidence to Laura Keane. Hope nobody minds that we just killed Kyra Sterling. But she didn't give us much choice. Hey, what's Gianna doing here?
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
It's probably Annaleus' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keane. I'll be waiting.
And we can't talk here because no reason. I wonder what she wants. I should talk to her before talking to Lorik. Apparently she's waiting at the hotel. She must be one hell of a runner to get there before us. Maybe she knows a shortcut. I wonder what this is about. She seems to know what we were doing up there. Is she gonna sell us out to Annaleus? Or what? As if this mission isn't complicated enough already. There's Gianna.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Novaria Internal Affairs.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keene to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, "This month I stole 3 million credits." Keene's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias' guilt in one package.
So they're unlike the Genetics Corporation in Space Quest 5. They did keep logs saying that they spent certain amounts on bribes and stuff.
Why don't you ask Keene directly?
I'm Ananias' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
I thought corruption was the rule on Noveria.
The rule is, don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
Well, I would be interested to help. I mean, anything to bring that jerk down. But I do need the pass.
I need Keene's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Oh well, let's ask her about some of the other things before we move on.
What's happening up on Peak 15?
Before the weather closed in, Hanshan received a Code Omega signal from him. Code Omega means a terminal breach of safety protocols. No one goes up until the crew sends an all clear.
That doesn't tell me much.
That's all I've got. No one knows what's going on up there.
And if the crew never sends an all clear?
The executive board votes whether or not to destroy the facility. One antimatter warhead from the battle stations vaporizes all contaminants.
That's extreme.
How can I get to Peak 15?
The shuttles are down, so you'd have to drive up. If you get Keene to testify, I'll get you into the garage.
Do you know why the matriarch is here?
Something to do with Peak 15. She arrived after we received their Code Omega, the automated warning of a containment breach. She came with an escort of Asari commandos. They took the last shuttle up to Peak 15 with a load of crates.
Do you know what she had in the crates?
No idea. The commandos wouldn't let anyone near them. They seemed heavy, though.
Well, let's help her out.
Alright, I'll talk to Keene and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
So let's talk to Keene.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Ananias.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
But you'd be a hero.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Ananias' extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
The board is investigating Ananias. They will be more angry at him than at you.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well. I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
All right. So we should go to see Gianna down in Ananias' office, and she'll deal with him and get us that pass that we were waiting for. Hopefully. And then we can finally get out of here. And go to Peak 15, hopefully find out what Lady Benezia was doing here. Probably has something to do with Saren. And hopefully will lead us to him in the long run.
Inspector, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keene has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
So, how about getting me into the garage?
While you were working on Keene, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
I don't just do that for the Paragon points. I do that because it's damn satisfying. And we've got our garage pass. That gives us the ability to get into the garage and get out of Port Hanshin. So let's head back to the garage on the other side of the plaza. Let's try not running into any Turians on the way there. It really is not going to be nice being outside there, is it?
Do not be fooled by these civilized surroundings. This is a place of secrets and lies.
Rock gardens and waterfalls. Very zen.
In a way.
Why would they have so many windows if all they see outside is snow?
To remind them that it's good that they're not outside.
Rock gardens and waterfalls. Very zen.
All right. He doesn't have anything else to
I
say.
heard the administrator's been arrested. Any chance you had something to do with that?
Indeed I did.
He was corrupt.
Most people here are. I wish you could take them all down. So what can I do for you today?
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
That's all we needed.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
That's an understatement. What's that? A gaff. I guess now we know what was in those crates.
Guess we know what Benezia had in the crates.
And we're jammed as well. Despite my combat scanner. Ah! They are really not smart to stay there while...
What?
Not so smart to stand there while the Geth Destroyer is whacking at you.
What did you do here, Commander?
Me? I'm the victim here. The Geth attacked us.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
Safe Money says Benezia had them in those shipping containers she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia Sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Yeah, that's really the worst thing that could happen here. An investor panic. Priorities, lady. That fight was a bit chaotic. Oh, looks like a fuel tank we could have blown up here for a massive explosion. No need to anymore. And there's the Mako. How it got here, nobody knows. I guess Joker had it delivered or something. And we'll have to go outside and drive to Peak 15 to find Lady Benezia.